In the pits with Len Starrett from St. Thomas. Len, welcome to Grand Bend Speedway. What got you into racing?
Oh, I've been doing it a long time. Probably late 90s I started into it. And I don't know, I got that up for the longest time. Now my daughter's got me back in. So
I see all kinds of stickers on this car. I see Delaware sticker, Grand Bend sticker. I saw a Flamborough sticker on the back. Where all you been racing this year?
This year has just been here and at Delaware. We race there in the bone stock division.
And what keeps you coming back to Grand Bend Speedway?
I don't know, I kind of like the little track. It's a challenge.
Bull ring style racing?
Yeah, and we brought a different car this time than what we had last time, but I don't know, we just keep trying.
Who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat this year?
I got to thank Caldwell Banker, Earl Taylor out of St. Thomas, Dixie Dairy Bar and Tackle Shop, Ali Paris Photography, and I guess that's about it for us.
Look out for Len Starrett in the number 1 from St. Thomas.
Hello, I'm JP Tomaszewski here in the pits at Grand Bend Speedway with this number 67 of Olivia Curtis. Olivia, how you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome. So just walk me through, what got you into racing here at Grand Bend?
Well, it's because we're family owned and operated, my family. So I was, yeah.
Just kind of grip around it. Gotcha. So what's like your favorite part of racing here? Like what gets you back in the seat every week?
It's adrenaline. I love it. It's just so much fun. And I love the people that I race with. Everybody's so nice and helpful all the time. It makes it really good. Yeah.
Awesome. And who do you want to thank for keeping you in the seat?
Of course, huge thanks to Grand Bend Speedway, my grandparents, and then also Tim Hortons Grand Bend, my bosses, very nice. And then these guys in the pits, HTR Racing. Jamie helps a lot on my car with things like the tires and such. And my brother.
Awesome. You heard it, folks. Watch out for the 67 of Olivia Curtis here at Grand Bend.
So one of the innovations at Grand Bend Speedway and at many short tracks all over the world are these transponders on the vehicle. So the transponder, these radio transponders are mounted to each vehicle. This is on the 67 of Olivia Curtis. I'm just going to pull it out here so we can get a real good look at it here. So they're actually radio transponders. They send a radio signal, emit a radio signal that then is picked up by a cable down on the track surface. When the cable receives a signal, it recognizes which transponder it is. We have that keyed then, of course, to the vehicle number and then the driver's name. And so then up top, we are able to see the running order, we're able to see lap times, and then also really cool, we plug that into the computer upstairs, and we're able to broadcast that out through software like Race Monitor and My Race Pass, and the drivers are actually able to check their own lap times, not while they're driving, hopefully, but certainly from the pits, their crew can check it, and then all that's really required, it's got to have a clear path to the racetrack. So this transponder here, if it was mounted, say, back over top of the engine or something like that, it's not going to work very well. But as long as it has a clear line of sight to the racetrack, when we are up top, we're able to keep track of where this number 67 is on the speedway. The same scoring transponders are used in all the race cars. So whether it's a V8 Sprint, a late model, whether it's an Outlaw Sprint, or one of the youth micro sprints, same scoring transponder, accurate lap times, gives the drivers and the crews a lot of great information, and also the folks following along at home. If they're watching on the checkerflagmedia.com feed, we can see, of course, the running order, but of course seeing those lap times, which drivers are picking up speed, which driver just ran their fastest lap. All of this gives crew and fans a lot more information on what's going on the track. Taking a quick tour of a mini truck at Grand Bend Speedway. This is the number 4 of Dylan Graham. You can see it's got the fiberglass body that sits on it here, but what always surprises folks if they're not used to mini truck racing is actually what's up in the back, because the engine is not located up in the front. That's where the driver's feet go. All the action is here in the back. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Grand Bend Speedway for Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. This evening's racing presented by Camp Canada RV, and we've got our first group of drivers up on the track. It is the youth micro sprints ready for competition this evening. You're going to see a pair of heat races for this division. That's the qualifying procedure they run. The other classes run what's called preliminary events, which feature all the cars on the track at once, running a shorter 15-lap event. But these are quick, snappy 8-lap heat races. With the youth micro sprints, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're so glad to have you joining us this evening, whether you're joining us in person or whether you're watching along with the stream on YouTube at home. We're thrilled to have you here. It's a beautiful night at Grand Bend Speedway. No finer place to be. Lots of fun to be had tonight at the track. Starter Terry's got the green flag in his hand. These drivers are going to be seeing it when they come on around this time by. 85 of Ryan Clark leads us to the green flag. The 63 is Charlotte Arend. The 6X is Maxwell Lloyd. The 2 is Blake Watson. 39 Landon Moore. And the 57, that's Max and Desat. Big battle up front to kick things off. The 6X of Maxwell Lloyd right up to the top spot here in lap number 1. Followed by the 85 of Ryan Clark, the 2 of Blake Watson. 63 of Charlotte Arend. The 39 is Landon Moore. And the 57 is Maxon Desat. Drivers get themselves single filed out here on Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. 6X Maxwell Lloyd, 2 Blake Watson. It's Ryan Clark facing a bit of a challenge here. Ryan Clark in the 85. He's got the 63 of Charlotte Arend coming to life here. She slides up and brings the 57 of Desat along there. This is your best battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Just going into turn 3. That's your left-hand side of the racetrack. Cross flags are out. We are halfway through. 4 laps in, 4 laps to go for the youth micros tonight. So 3rd, 4th, 5th. That's your big battle there going into turn 3. 85 Ryan Clark here in the heat race leads that group. But your actual leaders are over here in turn 2. The 6X of Maxwell Lloyd and the 2 of Blake Watson. Watson trying to see if she can make some magic happen here as she tries to close up here down the front straightaway. Gets a bit of a run. She's about a cart length back on the 2. Or the 2 rather is a cart length back from the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd. Even closer now. Right up on the back Nerf bars there just momentarily. Looking now to the inside. There's the move for the lead. Down the front straightaway, side by side into the first turn as the white flag has flown. The final lap here in heat race competition. The 6X of Maxwell Lloyd trying to rally back up on that high side. Pedal to the metal down the front straightaway. The 2 of Blake Watson takes it. 6X of Maxwell Lloyd. Next battle coming through. 85 Ryan Clark, 57 Maxon Desat. Got that spot. 63 Charlotte Arend. And the 39 is Landon Moore. So there is your first heat race for the youth micro sprints on Jared Doxtator Memorial Night at Grand Bend Speedway. As 2 of Blake Watson comes down to the front stretch here for a quick photo with April Wilson Photography. Race fans, put your hands together. Give a great big round of applause for the 2 of Blake Watson, your first winner of the evening. Tonight's racing is brought. John Houghton here. Maybe new to Grand Bend Speedway or haven't been around the track or Ontario Motorsports. Maybe it's your first time here. You might wonder, who's Jared Doxtator? Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. Well, Jared was a pillar in the Ontario Motorsports community. He passed away a number of years ago. He was the announcer here at this track. He was the announcer at Delaware Speedway. I announced, and along with Chris Soares, a ton of races with Jared Doxtator over the years. Pretty much every time I get on the microphone, actually, it's almost sort of like, Jared is in many ways in my head in a way, because we logged so many on-air hours together that the way that Chris and I, when Chris was here last year, when we commentate races, is very much, Jared was so much a part of that. But not just on the air, but also off the air. Jared was such a good friend to so many drivers working with them and having fun, and just a really great stand-up guy, a pillar of the Ontario motorsports community. And so that's why we celebrate the Jared Doxtator Memorial Night, recognizing Jared's, certainly his legacy, but also that we miss him, and that, you know, we know that Jared loved racing so much, and we can't think of a better, more fitting tribute than to name a race after him each year. So that's why we call it the Jared Doxtator Memorial Night, and we're thrilled to have you folks joining here with us this evening to participate in that. White flag on the track here for the Youth Micro Sprints, again, development competition. The 75 is Killian Collins out of Petrolia. The 90 is Payson Lamont. The 9 is Ethan Lloyd. The 6 is Alexis Eaton. The 91 is Connor Gilmore. There's our white flag down the front straightaway, 1 lap before we get to go at it here. And it's development competition, so you might notice that the formation on the track isn't exact. Actually, looks pretty good for the most part now. Formation was looking a little funky there as we were heading to the white flag, but we got them in 2x2, 2x2x1 here for heat race number 2 for Youth Micro Sprinters. And down the front straightaway, we mash the gas, green flag. Alexis Eaton throws it up to the high side. We'll see if they're going to let it fly. Keep on rolling. Leader didn't necessarily seem to go there. I think we're going to let it fly for now here in heat race competition. I did hear a little warning go out across the radio in development competition. They are technically not supposed to pass before the start-finish line. Oh, caution's out. I think they're I thought they were pulling it back, but what's going on is we have a car we want to pull off the track. It's the 91. He's down on the inside. And so you're going to see a slightly different procedure under caution. We're trying a different procedure tonight at Grand Bend Speedway to see how it works out, to see if it helps us improve safety crew safety. As John Paul zooms in over there on the group, you notice they're able to go out very confidently. He looks over here to the left. Well, what's going on? Well, actually, they were able to, looks like they were able to get straightened out. The procedure that they were entering into, that they were going to give a try to, is if a more substantial safety crew response is required, what they are looking into doing on, again, if they're, let's say if that car had maybe been up on the high side instead of the low side or something like that, what they have come up with is that they'll actually stop the cars on the front straightaway to allow the safety crew to have a little more confidence on the track. In that case, because the car stopped on the low side, they didn't have to do the procedure. But watch out for that later this evening, because that is a big change. It's a big change for the driver. It's a big change up here in the booth. But again, the hope is that because, again, we're a tight bull ring track, the necessity of having the drivers make laps around the speedway while the safety crew is engaged in a safety crew response, the staff of the track are kind of looking at that and going, is that how we need to do that? Is that how it has to be? Just because that's the way it's been done for many years, is that the way it has to be? And so they said, well, let's work with the drivers and we'll try something different, that if a substantial safety crew response is required, they'll just, they'll send the drivers around, have them stop at the start-finish line, and then the safety crew is able to respond with a little bit more confidence. But again, because they were down the low side there, I think they let it ride. But always trying something different at Grand Bend Speedway. It's one of the things I like about this track is that, oh, and it's actually, they're rolling it. I just heard across the glass here. So they did not let that initial start stand, actually, and they're going complete restart. And so we're starting this thing from scratch. So you see the 6 of Alexis Eaton back in line. Again, you can pass to the outside before turn 1. Green is go, but you can't pass before the start-finish line, I guess is my understanding. So green flag flies here. We're underway. Now the 6 of Alexis Eaton ducks to the outside, and we're back at it here in the Youth Micro Sprinters. 9 of Ethan Lloyd leads us into turn 3 and 4. 90 of Payson Lamont runs second. 6 of Alexis Eaton in third, now challenging for a second spot. Running real close by that orange number 90. completes that pass. That's good for second. Your running order looks like this. The 9 is Ethan Lloyd. 6 is Alexis Eaton. 90 of Paisley Lamont. The 91 is Connor Gilmore. That's your running order here on the track. Ethan Lloyd leading the way out of the 4th turn, down the front stretch in the orange cart. Kind of a neon orange cart, I guess you could say. Driver out of London, Ontario, looking very confident out front. But the 6 rather of Alexis Eaton closing up as they get the halfway signal here. 4 laps in, 4 laps to go here in development youth microsprint competition. And slow on the backstretch is the 91 of Connor Gilmore, just right in front of these leaders here. Gilmore, one of the new drivers to the program, getting some good seat time in tonight. 2 laps to go. Leaders go up on the high side. Make it look easy here on Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. 6 of Alexis Eaton coming to life here, though. Now that they've gotten around the lap traffic, the 2 to go signal was given. There's your white flag. 1 lap to go. Let's see if the blue number 6 can make a charge. 9 of Ethan Lloyd's going to give it his all down the back straightaway. Eaton in the blue number 6 gets a nose to the inside. This 9 of Lloyd Caesar comes across down the front straightaway. He dropped his drive chain. Oh, at the start-finish line. Who was that? Instant replay, John Paul. You got one? Let's see at the start-finish line. Oh, show me that again in slow-mo, John Paul. Let's slow it down. Let's see. I was told the 6 was scored as the winner. We'll see. Takes a big run. I can't even tell the screen. Photo finish at the line starts us off tonight. 6 of Alexis Eaton. Put your hands together. A round of applause for the 6 of Alexis Eaton. Now, if you're wondering what happened there, folks, over in turn 3, the 6 of Alexis Eaton got down to the inside of the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. He tried to close the gap. They made a little bit of light contact. And these vehicles have the drive chain. So the engine has a chain that's connected off to the axle assembly. And you sort of imagine like you're pedaling your bicycle. And if the chain falls off, it doesn't matter how hard you pedal, you're not going anywhere. And so the 9 of Ethan Lloyd drops that drive chain. And the result is sudden loss of speed there. And the 6 of Alexis Eaton's able to come through and take that checkered flag. That's pretty cool. Tonight's racing is brought. Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile tri-oval track. Adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. Find them right here at Grand Bend Speedway Go-Kart Center, open 7 days a week all summer. Say hello, explore our inventory, and see why Camp Canada RV is your fast track to your next adventure. We also do want to recognize this evening, this Saturday evening, our friends at Flamborough Speedway. Flamborough Speedway is a track up by Hamilton, and with very heavy hearts, they are racing this evening. They had a tragedy at their track last week where their head flagman, Doug McLean, was tragically killed in an on-track incident. So our hearts and prayers are with our friends at Flamborough Speedway, and we just want to recognize their competition this evening. That it's certainly a tough night for that racing community and the whole racing community. You know, racing is a really challenging sport in that there's inherent risks that are associated with it. But it's tragedies like the kind that were at Flamborough Speedway are very, very rare, and certainly reach the hearts and minds of motorsports enthusiasts all over the place. And so, again, just want to recognize Doug McLean, his passing last week at Flamborough Speedway. Really a dedicated man towards the sport, longtime staff member at that track. And just our hearts and prayers are with Flamborough Speedway as they are in competition tonight for the first time since that happened. So, green flag set to fly here for the Outlaw sprinters down the front stretch. The green flag flies for preliminary competition. And you'll see very quickly why the Outlaw sprinters are among the fan favorites here at the track, because they are going for it from lap number 1. The 98 of Fuller leads the way through turns 1 and 2, and behind that, it's quite the log jam as the 67 of Olivia Curtis gets to the inside. On the 13 of Ray Janice Jr. Your running order looks like this. The 99 of Tyson Fusil out front. Or I should say the 98. I always get these two drivers mixed up here. That's the 98, I should say, of Bryson Fuller out of London leading the way. Oh, and there goes the 67. Olivia Curtis made the big move. Caution's out. Tried to go to the inside, I think. We'll see the replay here on checkerflagmedia.com. 98 of Fuller was the leader. Olivia Curtis got down to the inside, but a self-spin down on the inside. She's lucky she didn't get tagged by the drivers that came through behind, but when you really come off the exit that hard there, it's hard to keep the cart on the bottom, and Olivia Curtis goes around on her own. Safety crew, again, the vehicle spun to the inside, so I don't think we'll see that new procedure here necessarily at this time, or maybe we will. And so they'll get the 67 of Olivia Curtis up on the back end of the ATV here. Looks like everybody's back in order, ready to rock and roll here. Tonight's racing is sponsored by Camp Canada RV. It's also the Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. Pleased to have you folks joining us this evening. Grand Bend Speedway is excited to offer its new All Access for All admission system that you experienced on the way in tonight. It's aimed at keeping admission to the races affordable and giving better access to the facility for fans, friends, and racing families. The new pricing structure includes full facility access for everyone. That's racers, crew, and spectators. So that's right, you folks up on the stands tonight are able to go back to the pits and see what's going on at any time during today's programming, as the track no longer has a separate pit entry fee. Instead, admission and waivers are completed at the track entrance before coming onto the track property. Competitors and fans are able to stay in their vehicles. Track staff come to them. Just a few tips if you are going to the pits tonight. If you're new to racing, some tips for pit etiquette and safety. Make sure you keep your head up, regularly look around and behind you. Make sure there's not a race car sneaking up on you. Surprisingly easy for race cars to sneak up on you if you're not looking. Keep kids and pets close when going to the pits. Children should not wander the pit area without adult supervision. And give drivers space when they're working on their cars. It's certainly okay to watch the teams working on their vehicles, but we do ask that you give a respectful distance and allow them to get ready for their races. Drivers are always working hard down there in the pits, and so we want to make sure that they're able to do that. But that's the all-new, all-access for all admission system at Grand Bend Speedway. We also want to note that gift certificates are available at the Go-Kart Center. They can be used to purchase anything here at Grand Bend Speedway, whether it's a go-kart admission or for tickets to the races on a Saturday night. They also make a fantastic gift, full schedule of events, and everything going on at Grand Bend Speedway available at grandbendspeedway.ca. While you're there, sign up for our email newsletter. Okay, so the field in the correct running order here as we get keyed up to go back at it. Drivers will see the white flag this time by 1 lap before we get to go at it here with the Outlaw sprinters. So the 98 of Bryson Fuller set to take us to the green flag with the 99 of Tyson Fusil up on the high side. Green flag flies. We're back at it with the Outlaw sprints. Down that back straightaway we go. Our 98 of Bryson Fuller, still your leader. The 13 of Ray Janice Jr. out of Windsor, now up to second. The 99 of Tyson Fusil, multi-time race winner this year, up in third place. This is your qualifying, your preliminary run, I should say. They'll start their feature race in the order that they finished this one, but this is just a quick little 15-lapper to get things going. Four-car run up front. Jared Doxtator would say throw a blanket over him. As the 98 of Bryson Fuller leads the way. There goes the 99 of Fusil to the inside. Janice Jr. in the 13 out of Windsor slots into the third place spot. You've also got the 90 of Keegan Lamont out of London up in that front four. There goes the 90 of Lamont down to the inside of the 13 of Ray Janice Jr. as your front duo of the 98 of Fuller and the 99 of Fusil are locked on target here at the front of this one. There goes the 99 of Fusil down to the inside. Gets the lead from the 98 of Fuller. New leader out front, the 99 of Fusil down the back straightaway. And your front four getting themselves out to a bit of a spread here. Fusil, your leader in the black 99. The black 98 belongs to Bryson Fuller. As the laps ticking away on this one. Preliminary competition. Before we shift gears over to the four-cylinder compacts, the Bone Stocks up next for their preliminaries. There's the white flag. One lap before we wrap this one up, this first qualifier. And there's the checkered flag from Terry. to the 99, Tyson Fusil. 98, Bryson Fuller, good for second. 13, Ray Janice Jr., the 90 of Lamont. Then it's the 12 of Gareth McLean. 23 of Ethan Cedemoneus out of Grand Bend. The 2 is Will McLean, the 52. Carter Nickel out of Elsa Craig. And that Earl Ross inspired paint job there, that number 52. So race fans, put your hands together. Let's have a round of applause for the 99 Tyson Fusil, your winner of the qualifier on Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. Tonight's racing is brought. John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser. It's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix. Grand Bend Speedway. Oh, I was wrong. Spin the wheel again, announcer. It's actually time for the mini trucks. Mini truck competition up next here. One of the classic favorite divisions here at Grand Bend Speedway. You know, it's Jared Doxtator Memorial Night, and the mini trucks were certainly near and dear to Jared's heart when he was announcer here at this track. And a good group of them out this evening. Let's introduce to you the starting lineup tonight. 88, oh, they're saying the 19 truck. Where's he at? That should be the 19 of Caleb Gertz out of Ilderton. They're saying he's got a little bit of smoke coming off the truck here. Off the right rear, they said. Could be a fiberglass body rubbing on that. We'll keep an eye on it there. It doesn't have to come off, but the officials did note that for him, as these drivers don't have radios in the car. Oh, they're going to bring him in for a stop and go here. A little on-track pit stop. So let's get our starting lineup here. The 51 is Andrew Rosecole. The 53 is Nick Thuss. The 18H is Edwin Hyde. The 11 is Colin Klumper. 19, Caleb Gertz. The 4 is Dylan Graham. The 2 is Malachi Busick. 9, Grayson Masson. 15, Keisha Zimick. As the white flag drops here, we get these drivers set for their 15-lap preliminary event. They'll start their feature race in the order that they finished this one on Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. Rosecole in the 51 on the point position. The 53 is Nick Thuss. Out of the 4th turn, we mash the gas. We're racing with the mini trucks. Half-scale mini trucks turn this bull ring into a super speedway as they are pedal to the metal all the way around. Takes them about 3 laps to get up to full speed. Little bit of bumper tag there in the middle of the pack. 51 of Rose Cole still your leader. The 53 of Nick Thuss up on the high side of the 19 of Gertz. 18H Edwin Hyde looking to the inside for the lead here down the front straightaway. Give top spot to the 18H of Edwin Hyde, the 19 of Caleb Gertz, and the 4 of Dylan Graham out of Glencoe. Able to get down to the inside there and complete that pass. That was good for second and third. 53 of Nick Thuss. Also looking on the 51 of Andrew Rose Cole. There goes the 4 of Dylan Graham to the inside. That's good for second. The Glencoe driver on the move here. Gertz tries to cross over here down the back straightaway. Sees if he can get a nose in there. Watch out there, 3 and 4. Gertz 19 is able to get there. The 4 of Dylan Graham gives him the racing room. These drivers know it's the qualifier, the preliminary event. But when you're going for position, you really are going for it. 18H Edwin Hyde, your leader. 19 Gertz in second. The 4 of Dylan Graham in third. Then a bit of a gap to the 53 of Nick Thuss, the 51 of Andrew Rose Cole, who started out front in this one. 15 of Keisha Zimick coming to life here out of Melbourne in the blue number 15. But your front trio, it's a 3 and 3 here, a trio at the start-finish line. There goes the 19 of Gertz looking down to the inside on the 18H of Edwin Hyde. Fast Eddie is moving fast to second or third place because the 4 of Dylan Graham was right there ready to pounce. That was good for second place. 6 laps to go that time by the stripe here in the preliminary. They'll start the feature race in the order that they finish. There goes the 4 of Dylan Graham. Up to the front spot. New leader out front, the 4 of Dylan Graham. And then just coming into turn 3 right now, out of turn 4, you got a side-by-side battle there. The 51 of Andrew Rose Cole was with the 53 of Nick Thuss, who drops back. The 2 of Judah Busink, or rather Malachi Busink in the 2 in that group. As the 2 to go signal has been given, we'll check back in with our leaders on the backstretch. The 4, Dylan Graham, the driver out of Glencoe. The 19, Caleb Gertz out of Ilderton. 18H of Edwin Hyde, your third place runner. White flag has flown. Final lap for the mini trucks. And it's going to be the 4 of Dylan Graham at the stripe. And so Dylan Graham, your winner in the preliminaries tonight. Off to a great start, the driver from Glencoe. Great battles all throughout that preliminary matchup. They'll start the feature race in the order that they finish. They get to go back to the pits, make any changes they want to make. And then they've got 25 laps to get it done later on. Race fans, put your hands together for the 4 of Dylan Graham, the driver out of Glencoe, your winner of the qualifier or preliminary event. Tonight's racing is brought. John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser. It's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
So now we're set for a little bit of exhibition action here at Grand Bend Speedway. This is the V8 sprint car of Andrew Bogus out of Shelby Township, Michigan. And one of the things that we are starting to work on at Grand Bend Speedway is a sprint car program. And Andrew Bogus has been a big supporter of that, coming out here and showing the way, because one of the challenges on a track like this, you know, it's hard to sort of imagine what something looks like until you see it for real. And for the sprint car drivers, the bull ring at Grand Bend Speedway, some of them look at it and go, oh, isn't that just a kid's go-kart track? Isn't that the go-kart program? But indeed, it's a technical track. Andrew Bogus has been passionately arguing that this is a fun track to race at. And he's coming out here and showing us, ripping around the track, that these winged sprint cars, they're absolutely a sight to behold wherever they race. There's nothing stock about these purpose-built race cars. You can sort of think of them, again, as ultralight sprint cars with giant picnic table winged roof on the top that generates downforce for extra grip. They've actually got two wings. One is that big, I call it the picnic table up on the top. They've also got a second wing up on the front by the front two wheels that gives the driver even more downforce as they come into turns. But if you get a chance to go to the pits, make sure you get a look at the tires, especially that big right rear. They've got the extra large tires for even more grip, which means these winged warriors can absolutely rip around Grand Bend Speedway at incredible speeds. The division is new and growing here at the track. It's in exhibition mode right now. And the rule set aligns very closely with the Tri-State Sprints out of Michigan. And that's what we've been working on as a fun project here at Grand Bend Speedway. And just a big shout out to Andrew Bogus for all the support that he's been given this program. A real trailblazer out here at the track, showing what could be possible. And the Tri-State Sprints were out last year doing some exhibition competition as well. They were set to have a main event last year, but they had a rain out at that event, so we never really got to see everything that was going to be possible with that event. But Andrew Bogus continues to show the way out of Shelby Township, Michigan, and we're so grateful for the support he's offered the sprint car program in terms of the exhibition. And he'll have 4 more laps left in the exhibition here. Now, probably the reason for the order change is, according to my notes, we've decided to have a little bit of extra fun tonight at Grand Bend Speedway, which, you know, Andrew Bogus, he made the big trip up to show us the sprint car, and especially for the folks at home, the sprint car drivers watching at home, to show them, indeed, the vehicles make it around the track. A lot of fun to rip around here, the bull ring. And as I understand it, they've made arrangements for him to drive in one of the late models this evening, and so we'll look forward to that. That's, I think, why the order has shifted on the lineup a little bit, because that'll give Andrew time to get to the pits, get seated back into the late model, and back out on the track for their exhibition competition. There's your checker flag for Andrew Bogus out of Shelby Township, Michigan. So again, exhibition for the sprinters tonight. We're going to see Andrew Bogus, the driver of the sprint car, back in action in the late models, in the super late models here in a few minutes. But a real cool car, great driver to talk to. Make sure you take a swing through the pits tonight, get an up-close look at that. That's one of the programs we are continuing to work on developing at Grand Bend Speedway. It's really interesting, actually, when you look at tonight's racing is brought Speedway lineup. We have a number of programs in development. Certainly the sprint car program is one of them. The other is the kid stock program. Every other division at the track is looking really healthy right now. 11 drivers in the youth micro sprints. We've got a good core of drivers in the mini trucks, just shy of 10 drivers, competitors in that program there. Super late model tonight's going to be their biggest race ever. There's going to be 6 competitors in that division tonight. That program continues to grow by leaps and bounds. I remember when it was just, 1 or 2 drivers, or even some nights where we were running the late models in exhibition, 1 driver, just like we were running that sprint car just now. And now, a couple seasons on, we see that program, that seed, starting to sprout into what is now the super late model division. So that's been a lot of fun to see at the track in terms of development. So, again, the reputation, I think, sometimes at Grand Bend Speedway is because many years ago when it opened in 1996, it wasn't as big as it is now. Like, the physical track is quite a bit larger than the original design of the Speedway. It got expanded in order to be able to accommodate And so just getting keyed over here for our next division, which I think is supposed to be the 4-cylinder compacts. I'm looking at you, Luke. Who's it going to be? What's going to roll over the hill? Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. And so to accommodate that, they'll sometimes do an order switch and the running order to make sure that drivers are able to make it into the right car at the right time. So this is our B main qualifier for our youth micro sprinters. The youth micro sprints, formerly known as the junior sprints, are Grand Bend Speedway's signature racing division for kids. Vehicles are powered by 6.5 horsepower motors. There's no springs or suspension in these cars. The main adjustments that teams make for handling are simply tire pressures, or they can change the gear to suit the driver's preferences. If you're looking to get a kid on track, there's always a few of these up for sale. Be sure to hop on Grand Bend Speedway Classifieds, or if there's nothing there, contact the track office. A lot of people don't know, actually, grandbendspeedway.ca has a classified section where Grand Bend Speedway racing equipment can be put up for sale if it's for sale. And a lot of people say, well, why bother with the old school, website style classifieds if we have Facebook Marketplace? Why bother with the old school website classifieds? The answer, as the green flag flies, is pretty simple. Those classifieds, because they're on our website, we're able to promote them and directly link people to them, certainly from our social media feeds as well. So when you get something up on Grand Bend Speedway classifieds, that's a great way to get it promoted, even on air right now. Green flag has flown on the B main for the youth micro sprinters. The 57 of Max and Desat leads the way. They're almost looking 3 wide there at the stripe. I thought it was the B main, but we're just going for it here. The 63 of Charlotte Aaron runs in second. The 39 Landon Moore third. The purpose of this B main, all these drivers will start the feature, but because the youth micro sprints are a development division at the track for kids, they give these drivers a few extra laps of competition as they're building their experience portfolio, as Charlotte Aaron in the 63 gets some experience on the backstretch there of catching a race car that was right out of control. As Max and Desat in the 57 leads the way, 39 Landon Moore, 63 Charlotte Aaron hung on to that cart. Did a great job there on the backstretch. I guess that's what happens when drivers get a little bit more experienced out there, especially here in the B main. Cross flags, 5 laps to go. 5 laps in, 5 laps to go for our youth micro sprinter B main. Two laps to go here as a pitched battle for the lead, picking up 57 of Desat, 39 Landon Moore, 63 of Charlotte Aaron. They've all found each other. Landon Moore is looking up high. He's got a bit of a momentum run here. Trying to carry that momentum down the front straightaway. They see the white flag. Final lap here for the 57 of Desat. As they go around the 91. Oh, there goes Aaron down to the inside. This for second place. At the stripe, 57 Desat takes it. 63 of Charlotte Aaron sneaks the second place spot. And it's the 39 of Landon Moore. 75 of Killian Collins and the 91 of Connor Gilmore. That's your running order for the B main. Tonight's racing sponsored by Camp Canada RV. This is the Jared Doxtator Memorial at Grand Bend Speedway. Race fans, put your hands together. Let's have a round of applause for the 57 of Max and Desat. That's his second B main win in a row, or maybe not. I have to double check. I get my wires crossed up because I was off last week. I should throw a microphone up over to John Paul, because John Paul, the other announcer here at the track, works with us here on the video feed as well, because Philip is off this week. So John Paul would normally be up here in the booth, but he's up on the camera tonight. Could the folks at home tell the difference? I don't know. I feel like John Paul and Philip do a pretty similar camera job up there. Yeah, the camera's nodding yes for the folks at home. Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Grand Bend Speedway, Ontario, Canada. And you know, as every influencer tells you, hit that bell so you never miss a video. The track's channel is easy to find. Again, just search Grand Bend Speedway. Well, well, well. It's time for the four-cylinder compacts. Certainly one of my favorite divisions here at the track. Part of that's because of my history with an old division called the Chaos cars that the Bone Stocks sort of grew out of. Well, then they became the Bone Stocks, then they became the four-cylinder compacts. So we're a few years down the road on that development train. But I gotta say, one of my favorite things about the four-cylinder compacts is, like, you look at these cars going down the track, and odds are, at some point, depending how old you are, at some point you drove a car just like this. So like when I see a Chevy Cavalier going there, or a Pontiac Sunfire, my wife Elizabeth, when I first met her, she had a Pontiac Sunfire, and so whenever I see the Pontiac Sunfires, it always reminds me of that red Sunfire, which, when that Sunfire broke down, we ended up selling to a Bone Stock driver, and so the odds aren't zero that when I'm watching a Bone Stock race that my wife's old car could be out there. I don't think it is in this case, but a great group of drivers out here tonight for the Bone Stocks. 00, that's Justin Culver. The Sad Nuggy. The 82 is Jamie Ball. 58 is Gary Trishka. The 48H is Braden Hilchey. The number 1 is Len Starrett. And the 34M, that's Corey LaPointe. This your preliminary round for the Bone Stocks. They'll start their feature in the order they finished, but it's a 15-lap race to start things off. Green flag flies. We're racing with the Bone Stocks. Now, they had a crazy race a couple of weeks back. We'll see if they can keep themselves in order tonight, because the Bone Stocks, when they go at it, I tell you. Now, you'll notice that second place car isn't normally what the 58 of Gary Trishka looks like. It's a renumbered number 26, our feature race winner from 2 weeks back. And Gary looks like he's having a hard time keeping that thing on the rails. Because it's not his regular car. As the 00 of Justin Culver leads the way, you got a battle for third place on the back stretch. That's the 48H of Hilchey and the 82 of Jamie Ball, the 1 of Len Starrett. Out of Bothwell is in that group as well. And that's definitely the battle to watch here. It'll be 10 laps to go this time by for the 00. Nine laps to go for our 00 Sad Nugget. The 1 of Starrett and the 82 of Ball still going at it here through 3 and 4. Left-hand side of the racetrack. Ball overshoots that corner there a little bit in the green 82. Our leader, the 00, comes up on the back of the 34M of Corey LaPointe. And he's just on the rails here. The 00, he races here with us pretty much every week. And you can see he's gotten faster and faster. The more experience you get on the track, the faster you get, certainly. Out of turn 2, though, the one of Sterrett gets a little bit sideways there. That opens the door for the 82 of Ball. We're looking out at turn 4, the left-hand side of the racetrack. The green 82 of Ball, the one of Sterrett up on the high side. Side by side, they go into turn 1 here. Ball gets that spot from the 1. And they've got that leader, the 00. Coming right up on them here. Let's keep an eye on this group out of turn 2 here. The 82 of Ball trying to pull away from the 1 of Len Sterrett, the 48 of Hilchey just in front of him. Braden Hilchey in the 48H. Only 3 laps to go here in the preliminary round. So here comes the leader, the 1 of Sterrett gives way to the 00. Only 2 laps to go as the 00 of Justin Culver finds himself caught up to the tail end of the pack here. And he doesn't really have anywhere to go here. 82 of Ball gives him the inside lane, but they've got another piece of lap traffic there. They're gonna go 3 wide into turn 3 because they fit. If it fits, they'll go for it in the 4-cylinder compacts. There's the checkered flag for the 00 of Justin Culver, not a moment too soon. As navigating that was turning into a little bit of a situation. But yep, your winner, the 00, Justin Culver. Everybody else funnels in on through safely. Culver in the 00, representing what's called the Sad Nuggy shop out of Strathroy. Got the checker flag in his hand. Race fans, put your hands together for the 00 of Justin Culver. Your winner. He definitely knows his way around this track. Again, one of the regular runners here. Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. So you're going to see some exhibition competition here. This is called the Kid Stock program. Now the trick is only one of these drivers is a kid. And he's a young kid. He's 8 years old. Can you guess which one the 8-year-old is? Well, I'll give you the clue before we start. It's the 75 of Killian Collins. And so the Kid Stock program is a training program that we run at Grand Bend Speedway. You know, certainly kids can't drive cars on the road, but on a closed course with parental permission, they are able to they're able to do some exhibition competition here. And so what usually happens here, Killian Collins, he's the kid stock. The other 2 drivers here are just giving him something to chase around a little bit here. So we have a lot of fun with these kid stocks. And The goal is to see whether it's a program that'll grow or not here. So again, we're green on the track right now. And the question is, can an 8-year-old wheel a full-size car around the track? The answer is yes. He's not quite as fast, certainly, as his adult counterparts. But it is a pretty neat thing to see. And when he hops out of the race car, it's really something to see. He's gotten quite a bit more experience, actually, in the season so far. But again, the other 4-cylinder compact drivers are really good sports about it. And they typically hop on the track here. They give him somebody to, they give him a little bit of a target out there to play with here. And so you can see here the 58 of Gary Trishka. He's trying to give it a little bit of a run here. I think Killian's kind of looking in the mirror, though, and you can see when he sees in the mirror, he starts to slow down a little bit. And that's the difference between kids and grown-ups, I guess. But it's a fun program, exhibition, before we kick gears over to the late models here. But yeah, Killian Collins is the ultimate young gun, I suppose, in many ways. The 58 of Trishka, which is renumbered 26, but really trying to see if he'll get a go here. Gets a run, because he doesn't want to get beat by the kid, I guess. And when he gets out in front of him, that'll actually give the 75 a little bit of a target to try to chase down. One of the best ways to get better at racing, actually, is to follow somebody who's pretty good. And that 58 of Trishka finished second in the open 4-cylinder race there. So slows down there to see if Collins can get around the outside. So again, kid stock exhibition, the 75 of Collins. That's the kid. And the cars, well, that's the stock part. They're essentially, they used to, when you say stock, it's essentially supposed to be stock cars, as if, you know, they are the way that they ran on the street. There's been some changes made to the cars these days, notably safety upgrades, big-time safety upgrades. Also a few other things as well that the 4-cylinder drivers will tell you about. But it'll be the white flag this time by for kid stock exhibition. And then it should be time to let it rip for the late models. And there's the checkered flag for Killian Collins. That's the kid. And thanks to our other drivers there for giving him someone to race with there, because there is only one kid in kid stock right now, but maybe you know a kid. A pedal to a metal kid. Might give it a go. We had the program running a few years back. It kind of peaked out. They had 3 kids giving it a go. They were running it out as a Wednesday night program. Race fans, put your hands together for the kid, the 75 of Killian Collins. Fastest 8-year-old you know. Later tonight, you know, because they run kid stock at the end of the night, if you stick around for it, here's the, when he hops out of the car, it's something to see. I'm just saying, stick around for it. All right. Well, let's get keyed over here momentarily for our late model program. And it's a big night tonight for late models, because we've got a great group, 6 drivers for super late model tonight on Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. This is a bit of a special moment for us at Grand Bend Speedway, actually, because, you know, this is a program we've been trying to grow for a number of seasons out here, and it's starting to really come together. And for drivers who are watching from home, sometimes, again, drivers are watching on YouTube. If you're a late model driver watching from home, here's the thing you got to know with the late model program is these 6 drivers, they keep running here. There's a reason why they're choosing Grand Bend Speedway. There's lots of great racing going on across the province. And sometimes Grand Bend Speedway, people think, again, just the go-kart track type stuff. But we're not just a go-kart track. We are a full-size racing venue. Bull ring style racing. Saturday nights, up by the beach. And these late models make the earth shake out here, I tell you. Again, as we get those late models up on track, they bring the thrill, high intensity, high speed, high horsepower out to late model racing at Grand Bend Speedway. They are the track's top local stock car division. They make use of Cobra tires, Cobra racing tires, to help keep racing affordable and fair for the drivers. Ultimately, I think that has been one of the big attractive forces of the late model program here at the track, is the drivers are basically running the whole season on the same set of tires without losing speed. And that's a really attractive thing, because in some cases, the tire budget on the late models is one of the most expensive parts. So let's introduce to you the starting lineup for tonight's race. You've got the 92 of Dwayne Horton, the 14 of Taylor Weber, the 31 is Jonathan Schwemmler, the 99 is Andrew Bogus. Now the 99 of Bogus, we're going to be keeping a special eye on him tonight, because he's the driver from the sprint car exhibition from Shelby Township, Michigan. I don't know if he's ever raced a late model before. As for the 21, that's Rodney Kerr. Who are we missing? We lost somebody. Devin Horton's 89 is missing. Hopefully we see him out for the feature race tonight. As the white flag drops here, 1 lap before we go out at 15 laps, the distance. For the preliminary run, they'll start the feature race in the order that they finish. Tonight's racing is Jared Doxtator Memorial Night, as we remember the life and legacy of Jared Doxtator, a pillar in the Ontario motorsports community. Green flag in the starter's hand, and we'll set him loose. The green flag drops in the super late models. Horton makes a run here right off the start. Dwayne Horton out of Godrich to the lead down the back straightaway, being chased by the 31 of Jonathan Schwemmler out of Listowel. The 99 is Andrew Bogus, visiting from Shelby Township, Michigan with his sprint car. So we figured, let's throw him in a late model and go for it. Down that front straightaway, Horton in the 92, your leader. 31 of Jonathan Schwemmler, trying to see if he can chase him down here. The 99 of Andrew Bogus looking pretty stout here, actually, keeping with those leaders pretty good. Schwemmler right to the back of the 92 of Horton. The black 31, Horton in that blue and white number 92, your leader. Everybody pretty much just ran their fastest lap of the race as they get some heat in those tires. On the track as well, you've got the 14 of Taylor Weber. She's racing with the 21 of Rodney Kerr out of Bothwell. They're making their way into turn 3, 4 right now. That's your battle for 4th and 5th. Checking in with your leaders out of the 4th turn. 92 of Horton, still your leader. 31 of Jonathan Schwemmler, trying to see if he can give him a run for his money. He's about 2 car lengths back with 9 laps to go in the qualifier. Again, they start the feature race in the order that they finish. Schwemmler and the 31 might be calling a shot here a little bit. They've got lap traffic ahead of them, because the 92 and the 31 pretty stout out there tonight. They got the halfway signal there. We're halfway through the preliminary round. They'll start the feature race in the order that they finish, but the 92 of Horton has now caught the 21 of Rodney Kerr out of Bothwell. And Schwemmler is right there, has closed that gap significantly. There goes Horton up to the high side. And the 14 has blocked the path a little bit here. There goes Horton. He's got the open racetrack up on the high side. Schwemmler right there as well, as they get around the 14 of Taylor Weber from Bloomingdale, Ontario. Your leaders here at the stripe, the 92 of Horton, the 31 of Jonathan Schwemmler. Schwemmler now looks to the inside, gets a nose in on the 92 of Horton. Pedal to the metal, down the back straightaway. Can Horton hold him off? He does for the moment, but Schwemmler, he's got that nose in there, and he's going to start prying on the 92 of Horton. Horton, though, gets away from him. You know, you'd think he would get to the inside and it would be over, but when you run the car just a little bit up the track, you get that strong momentum run. That when you pinch it off and you scrub off all that speed when you're tight to the inside like that, as the white flag flies. It just allowed the 92 of Horton to get away from him. So Schrebler keeps him in his sights. He had a nose in there on him, but he wasn't able to make it stick. As there's your checker flag, the 92 of Horton had to work for it a bit. Dwayne Horton out of Godrich, 31 of Schwemmler out of Listwell for second, 99 of Andrew Bogus out of Shelby Township, Michigan. You know, normally the sprint car driver from the exhibition looking good in late model tonight. And from there it was the 14 of Taylor Weber and the 21 of Rodney Kerr. And so that'll do it for preliminaries as we get ready to shift gears now to the main events. Race fans, put your hands together for the 92 of Dwayne Horton out of Godrich, your winner in the preliminaries for the late models, super late models. Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. Families love dropping by the Rescue Ranch when visiting Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center. The Petting Zoo and Rescue Ranch is pleased to be part of Loop, which takes unsold food from grocers and diverts it away from landfill to those who need it in our communities. Loop, first and foremost, helps get this food to local charities to feed people. Whatever food is unsuitable to be donated or distributed does not go to waste. It's happily devoured by the animals of grateful local farmers, including our animals at the Rescue Ranch. Matt and Danny's No Frills in Grand Bend just joined the Loop Resource program. The Rescue Ranch was their first pickup. Thanks to No Frills in Grand Bend for participating in this sustainable initiative. For more information on events at Grand Bend Speedway, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile tri-oval track. Adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours. Tonight's racing is brought. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. Families love dropping by the Rescue Ranch when visiting Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center. The Petting Zoo and Rescue Ranch is pleased to be part of Loop, which takes unsold food from grocers and diverts it away from landfill to those who need it in our communities. Loop, first and foremost, helps get this food to local charities to feed people. Whatever food is unsuitable to be donated or distributed does not go to waste. It's happily devoured by the animals of grateful local farmers, including our animals at the Rescue Ranch. Matt and Danny's No Frills in Grand Bend just joined the Loop Resource program. The Rescue Ranch was their first pickup. Thanks to No Frills in Grand Bend for participating in this sustainable initiative. For more information on events at Grand Bend Speedway, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser. It's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile tri-oval track. Adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours. John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser. It's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile tri-oval track. Adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. Well, thank you, race fans, and welcome once again to Grand Bend Speedway. Tonight's racing, it's Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. Jared Doxtator, a pillar in the Ontario motorsports community. Great announcer here at Grand Bend Speedway, a great announcer at Delaware Speedway, a great friend to me as well when I was announcing at Delaware with him all those years. We had a lot of fun together, called a lot of races together. Jared, we miss you, and it's a pleasure to be part of the Jared Doxtator Memorial race tonight at Grand Bend Speedway. Tonight's racing also sponsored by Camp Canada RV. Special thanks, Camp Canada RV, for all of your support. And then we also want to recognize our friends up at Flamborough Speedway tonight. They're racing certainly with very heavy hearts, as are we, with the passing of their flagman, Doug McLean. It's a terrible situation that they found themselves in. Our hearts and prayers go out to the folks at Flamborough Speedway. And just know that we're thinking about you, we're praying for you. They're racing tonight in honor of Doug McLean. And in some ways, I suppose we are too, because we're one great big motorsports community. And when one track is feeling that kind of pain, certainly we do. And our hearts also, of course, to the family of Doug McLean. As Flamborough Speedway back in action this evening, but certainly with really heavy hearts. On the track now is the Youth Micro Sprint program, the signature driver development program at Grand Bend Speedway. And let's get set to go. .25 laps the distance for the Youth Micro Sprinters tonight. Gives me great pleasure to introduce to you their starting lineup. The 2 is Blake Watson. The 6 is Alexis Eaton. 6X is Maxwell Lloyd. The 9 is Ethan Lloyd. The 85 is Ryan Clark. The 90 is Paisley Lamont. The 57 is Maxon Dessat. The 63 is Charlotte Aaron. The 39 is Landon Moore. 75 is Killian Collins. And rounding out the field, the 91 is Connor Gilmore. That's your starting lineup for tonight's feature race in the Youth Micro Sprinters. As they head on down the front straightaway to Terry's waiting green flag, let's mash the gas and go racing with the Youth Micro Sprinters on Jared Doxtator Memorial. Oh, contact at the front of the field. The 2 of Blake Watson gets just a little bit of a tap there, but she hung on to it. They're side by side up at the front. The 2 of Watson, the 6 of Alexis Eaton. The 2 of Watson leads the way. Watson, your leader, the 6 of Maxwell Lloyd, 6X I should say, as the drivers get themselves straightened around. .15 laps the distance for their main event tonight. Two of Watson here comes up. I was just chatting with our scorekeeper, Luke, over here, because I said, I feel like this race is normally 20 laps. And he says, it normally is. It's 15 tonight. The lap counts are a little bit different with the big racing card tonight. So it's a sprint race for these Youth Micro Sprints. They got to move and groove because they've only got 9 laps to go. 8 laps this time by at the stripe. As the 6X, oh, we got one down in the infield. The 91 goes for a loop down there. This may be our first caution. Let's see, there's the caution. I kind of thought to myself, hey, I wonder if he's going to get back on his own. But usually when a youth micro sprint gets down to the infield, they need a little bit of extra help. So that'll bring us a caution flag with 9 laps to go. John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser. It's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
I'll give you a hint why I'm asking. There's a prize involved. Oh, they're pointing. You're pointing at someone way in the distance. Where? Generous sir, who was it? Who had their hand up? Oh, way up there. Oh, this is perfect. And he doesn't even have a hat. Oh, it's him. Okay. Well, it's perfect because he doesn't even have a hat. That's wonderful. Here, have a Freeze King hat there. All right. Enjoy the race, Scott, buddy. All right. Youth micro sprinters, we got the green flag in starter Terry's hand. Let's get ready to set them loose. We're within 10 laps to go. Blake Watson, the 2, is going to lead us to the green flag. We're racing with the youth micro sprinters. 6X of Maxwell Lloyd in the black machine up on the high side, trying to give a run, crosses down to the inside. Look out for the 9 of Ethan Lloyd in the neon orange. Blake Watson, the purple 2, your leader. 6X. Maxwell Lloyd still trying to make a go of it. You see just back a little bit further, the 39 of Landon Moore trying to make a move to the inside of the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. Completes that pass. That was good for 4th. Watson, your leader, with just 6 laps to go in a fast-paced youth micro sprint race tonight. Lloyd in the 6X on the attack. Still not able to find a lane. The 2 of Blake Watson looking so strong out front. But the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd finally gets a nose in there. He is looking. Watson able to keep the spot. It'll be 2 laps to go this time by. Lloyd in the black, number 6X still on the charge. The 2 of Blake Watson trying to hold on for the win. The white flag has flown. It's the final lap. Down the back straightaway, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd has been charging for the last 10 laps. Down the front straightaway, they touch coming to the line, but the 2 of Blake Watson will hold him off for the win tonight. The 2 of Blake Watson hops out of the car. Race fans, put your hands together. The 2 of Blake Watson is your winner tonight in the Youth Micro Sprint feature race. Okay, Blake, grab that checkered flag and come on down. Well, Blake, congratulations. A successful run tonight for the 2. That 6X charging hard at the end.
Yeah, we had a great restart. Took the lead on there. I got lots of bumps from the 6X. I knew he was close, so I knew if I didn't hit all my marks, then I would have been in second place here today. But thankfully tonight I ran a pretty good race. Ended up in first place.
Who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat this year?
Tonight I want to thank my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, Derek's Mowers and Blowers, Dave Simmons Automotive, RCM Plumbing, Tickers and Scuffs, Ladies of the Oval. Lots of fans have been coming out recently to see me, and I want to thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys for all coming out, and I hope we have a great night for the rest of the night.
Race fans, that's the 2 of Blake Watson. Put your hands together one more time. Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Tonight's racing is brought Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. It's time now for the Outlaw Sprints. A fan favorite here at Grand Bend Speedway. You are about to find out why. Let's introduce you their starting lineup. The 99 is Tyson Fusil. The 98 is Bryson Fuller. The 90 is Keegan Lamont. The 12 is Gareth McLean. The 23 is Ethan Cedemeneus. The 13 is Ray Janice Jr. The 52 is Carter Dickel. The 2 is Will McLean. The 67 is Olivia Curtis. Just you wait and see what these Outlaw micro sprints can do. 20 laps the distance. Down the front straightaway, Terry shows on the green. Let's go Outlaw micro sprint racing at Grand Bend Speedway on a Saturday night. 99 of Tyson Fusil able to stay out of the fray up at front. That's where you want to be. because the fight is on for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, because they are going at it. They're looking. I just saw the 99 of, rather the 98 of Bryson Fuller taking a peek 3 wide back at the start-finish line. They thought better of it for the moment. Your running order looks like this. The 99, Tyson Fusil, 13, Raging East Jr., third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Jared Doxtator would say throw a blanket over him because they're looking 3 wide. There goes the 67 of Olivia Curtis up to the high side. Took her first feature race win earlier this season. She had some trouble in the qualifiers. Tonight she splits the middle, 3 wide in the red Tim Hortons Outlaw Micro Sprinter. Looks to the high side, the 90 of Keegan Lamont. 67 of Olivia Curtis looking to try to break free. Of this tight competition. Your leader is the 99 of Tyson Fusil, 13 Raging East Jr., 67 of Olivia Curtis. That's your front 3, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's where the fight is right now with the 90 of Lamont, the 2 of Will McLean, the 12 of Gareth McLean, all hanging out together. 2 of Will McLean looking pretty racy here, trying to get a run on the 90 of Lamont. Gives him another bump to the bumper bars. Going into the 3rd turn, this is your battle for 4th place. Gareth McLean in the green number 12, though. Looking like he's saying if the 2 of Will McLean can't get it done, he's going to go for it himself. There's that bump again. Will McLean's got the... keeps bumping into the back of the 90 of Lamont. But bumping him isn't going to get you around him. You got to use that momentum and pick a lane. He's got the momentum here. Gareth McLean shows how it's done. Gets to the inside. He had the momentum. Past is the 2 of Will McLean. There's the cross flags. We're halfway through. This is still your battle. I guess really now it's the battle for 4th place. As the 12 of Gareth McLean looking at the 90 of Lamont, he uses his momentum, doesn't bump him, goes down to the low side. He's going to complete that pass. That's the way it's done. Looking good, drivers. We're clean and green at the moment. Still this battle, the 98 of Bryson Fuller trying to get around the 2 of Will McLean. Can't quite find the lane yet. Gareth McLean, the 12, finally goes to the high side of the 90 of Keegan Lamont. He's been setting that pass up for a few laps here. As the laps tick down. 90 of Lamont, though, fights back down the inside of 12 of McLean. This your continued battle for 4th place. Keegan Lamont in the 90 has that 4th place spot. The 98 of Fuller into the action here. The black car. The 12 of Gareth McLean, the 2 of Will McLean. Everybody's swapping positions back and forth, back and forth. We are on the seesaw tonight in the Outlaw Sprinters. This is definitely the battle to watch because our front trio have just gotten away. And meanwhile, the mid-pack here is just fighting it out, tooth and nail. Into turn 3, left-hand side of the racetrack they go. The 90 of Keegan Lamont has just been able to hold on to this 4th place spot. With 2 laps to go, they go. Tyson Fusil, the 99, gets the white flag. 1 lap to go for him. And there's the checkered flag, the 99 of Tyson Fusil, your winner. And we'll swing on down and catch a word with our winner. Fusil takes home another checkered flag in the Outlaw Sprinters. He's ready over the car. Race fans, put your hands together for the 99 of Tyson Fusil. Tyson, congratulations, just running away with the race tonight.
Well, I thought I was contested for a little bit there, and then I felt no pressure on me. So, I mean, it was a great run overall, and it's just amazing.
It's not usually an easy Saturday drive out front. It was tough from fourth on back, but out front, it was clean and green. Who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat this year?
I just want to thank my dad for putting me in the seat, Bombshell Hair and Wellness Studios, Ace Auto Parts, Ballsies Motorsports, and everyone for coming out today, and everyone for watching on TV, and that's all I got.
Race fans, put your hands together for the 99. That's Tyson Fusil, your winner in the Outlaw Sprints tonight. Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Tonight's racing is brought. Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile tri-oval track. Adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours. Now it's time for the mini trucks. Another one of our classic Grand Bend Speedway divisions taken to the track for their feature race, 20 laps the distance. And you're going to see they're going to slow down right here on the front stretch. There's a concern. They think that one of the trucks might be leaking some kind of fluid onto the racetrack, and so they're going red flag here. And they're checking to see who it might be because they're smelling the smell of gasoline. Now you'd say, well, there's trucks, of course there's gasoline, but indeed we're not smelling the burnt kind. We're smelling the unburnt kind. So the concern is that one of the trucks might be leaking fuel, and so they're taking a quick look as to see if anyone's obviously leaking, or if maybe somebody just had a little bit of a spill maybe when they were filling the tank right before the race. So track promoter Gord's just taking a quick look. And if they don't see anything obvious, then we'll just get everybody up and running here again. Yeah, looks good. So must just been a little bit of extra fuel that somebody might have missed getting perfectly in that gas tank. Unless they caught it. Oh, maybe they caught it. I think the 51 of Gord was just chatting with the 51 of Rose Coal there for a moment. But we are green on the racetrack, or green on the racetrack. That'd be crazy. No, we are yellow on the racetrack. And set to get going with these mini trucks. Again, the mini trucks are one of our fan favorite divisions here at the track. It's a classic Grand Bend Speedway division. You know, before it became the quarter mile here, and it was the little track, the mini trucks were part of that. The Outlaw sprints were part of that. The youth micro sprints were part of that. Later with the expansion, that's when the 4 cylinders, the late models, the bigger cars came along. But this, a classic division at Grand Bend Speedway. Always fun to watch. Let's give you our starting order here. The 4 is Dylan Graham. The 19, that's Caleb Gertz. The 18H, that's Edwin Hyde. The 15, that's Keisha Zimick. The 2 is Malachi Busick. The 53, Nick Thuss. The 9 is Grayson Masson out of Ingersoll. The 11 is Colin Klumper. And then resuming position on the racetrack is the 51 of Andrew Rosecole. They brought him in for a consultation because they kind of thought that he might be the fuel leaker. Evidently not, and so he gets to resume back in his initial starting spot. Tonight's racing is sponsored by Camp Canada RV. This is the Jared Doxtator Memorial. As we get set to go here with the mini trucks, the white flag has flown. 1 lap before Terry sets them loose. And it's pedal to the metal all the way around as they come on down the front straight with the 4 of Dylan Graham takes the green flag, and we're racing with the mini trucks on Saturday night. Three wide to the middle of the pack as the 53 of Nick Thuss, like a shot out of a cannon, tries to march his way to the front of the field in the first lap, makes his way up to 4th place in the black 53. Meanwhile, the 19 of Gertz looks to the inside of the 18 of Fast Eddie, Edwin Hyde. This is your battle for 2nd place up at the front of the pack. The gray number 19 gets to the inside of the ATH of Edwin Hyde. That's good for 2nd. Meanwhile, for 6th place, the 11 of Colin Klumper going at it with the 51 of Andrew Rosecole. That's the blue number 11. And the 2 of Malachi Busick now to the inside of the 53 of Nick Thuss. There's action all throughout this pack as the 4 of Dylan Graham, comfortable out front, leading the way. Graham, your leader in the black, number 4, the 19 of Caleb Gertz in 2nd, the 18H of Edwin Hyde in 3rd. The 2 of Malachi Busick, 4th. Oh, trouble, back straightaway, a hard hit for the 51 of Andrew Rosecole. I heard it before I saw it. That's going to be a red flag on the track for a hard hit on the back straightaway for the 51 of Andrew Rosecole and the 15 of Keisha Zimick. And so a hard hit on the back stretch. So we do go red on the racetrack. And I can see the 51 of Andrew Rosecole getting out of the truck. Race fans, put your hands together. He's out of the truck. The truck does not look good. Zimek's 15 might be all right here. Oh, he's holding it up. A little trophy. Oh, the tire's caught underneath it. That's not good. Oh, there's a tire caught underneath it. Oh, that's a mess. Oh, right front spindle off. Keisha Zimek's car looking okay, but tire's caught underneath the truck. Andrew, we'll catch a quick word with you if we can. What happened back there?
Just behind the 9. Got a little loose and around she went and into the wall.
You okay?
Yeah, I should be fine. I don't know about the truck, but looks expensive.
Andrew Rosecole in the 51. Race fans, put your hands together. That's a tough night. He gets the hard ride back in. It's a nice truck to ride in. His other truck is a better truck. He'll get it fixed up. It looks like Keisha Zimek is ultimately going to get pushed off over here as well. I thought that she might be okay to just continue straight up. And so we hear the engines fire back up on the mini trucks here. And that's pretty rough back there. Andrew Rosecole, Keisha Zimek, they're both great drivers, just get tangled there on the backstretch. Rosecole's 51 definitely took the brunt of that one. "13 laps to go, 14 laps to go." As we work to get the field sorted out here. 4 of Dylan Graham, your leader out front. Drivers are going to get themselves doubled up and ready to go here. They're going to be getting the green flag next time by. The 4 of Dylan Graham is going to be the driver up on the point position to lead us there. Driver out of Glencoe in the black number 4. And the field makes their way out of the 4th turn, down the front stretch. The green flag drops. We're racing again with the mini trucks. Dylan Graham in the black number 4. He gets away from the group once again. The ATH of Edwin Hyde and the 19 of Caleb Gertz fighting it out for 2nd and 3rd, along with the 53 of Nick Thuss. Front 2 get away, but the 53 of Nick Thuss, the 19 of Caleb Gertz fighting for 3rd position. The 11 of Colin Klumper in that group as well. The 2 of Malachi Busick, as well as the 9 of Grayson Masson, have found each other at the back of the pack here. A little bit loose there goes the 2 of Malachi Busick. But your front 2 just getting away with it here as the 4 of Dylan Graham and the ATH of Edwin Hyde have set sail. 3rd, 4th, and 5th still fighting as the 53 of Nick Thuss leads the 2nd group in 3rd place, but the 11 of Colin Klumper trying to get some things going here. Klumper and the 19 of Caleb Gertz. Gertz not running as strongly as we're used to seeing here in the mini trucks. We're used to seeing that gray number 19 out front. But he's not been able to get out of the traffic here. But he is up on the high side of the blue number 11 of Colin Klumper, trying to see if he can make something happen. The 53 of Nick Thuss solidly in 3rd now in that black 53. As the laps tick down. Here in the mini trucks. 53 of Nick Thuss in 3rd. 4th is the 11 of Colin Klumper. The 2 of Malachi Busick in 5th and 6th, fighting it out with the 19 of Caleb Gertz. Slicing and dicing through that group 3 wide momentarily. Our leader is the number 4 of Dylan Graham, gets the 2 laps to go signal out of turn 4. Everybody else takes the signal as well. It'll be 1 lap to go, this time by for the 4 of Dylan Graham. 2nd place, the 18H of Edwin Hyde. The battle still on for 4th and 5th. We'll check in with them as the 4 of Dylan Graham, your winner. 18H of Edwin Hyde, good for 2nd. Watch this battle off of turn 4. Malachi Busick gets the best of the 53 of Nick Thuss. That was good for 5th. So Dylan Graham, the Glencoe driver, back in victory lane. Hey, let's put your hands together. 4 of Dylan Graham of the truck. He's your winner. Dylan, come on around. Very, very solid run front tonight for the number 4 out of Glencoe.
Yeah, I mean, this truck's been amazing all year. It's just been a rocket ship around here. But yeah, I mean, I've had a great year so far, and it's been awesome racing here.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd just like to thank everyone that gets me to the track, mainly my dad, who just puts in hours on this truck to make it as fast as possible. I'd like to thank Gary Graham Transport, Jim Bray Trailers, and then just everyone that came out. And just special shout out to the Doxtators. Yeah, growing up, hearing them announce, it was awesome. So, yeah.
Race fans, that's the 4 of Dylan Graham on Jared Doxtator Memorial Night, your winner in the mini trucks. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. Families love dropping by the rescue ranch when visiting Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center. The Petting Zoo and Rescue Ranch is pleased to be part of Loop, which takes unsold food from grocers and diverts it away from landfill to those who need it in our communities. Loop, first and foremost, helps get this food to local charities to feed people. Whatever food is unsuitable to be donated. Where is the goat now? You know what I'm talking about, the goat? Did you guys have a visit from the goat? Where'd the goat go? Where is he? Is he behind me? I never know. He's going to sneak up on me. Where'd the goat go? You guys know where the goat is?
The fence with all the tables on it.
Oh, he went home. The goat went home. Is that a good thing or a bad thing that the goat went home? Are you sad or are you happy? I think the kids are sad. See, some of the kids are running back to go see the goat now. The goat's name is Jack. And he's part of the petting zoo program back there, the rescue ranch. And he's the only animal in the petting zoo that has a mind of his own, likes to come and visit race fans on race night. He is the world's friendliest goat, so we're not concerned about Jack. But he does like to pop up and see what the fuss is. On the track right now, you've got exhibition competition from the 17 of Andrew Bogus out of Shelby Township, Michigan. He's going to take the green flag here. Again, this is a little exhibition that we're running with a really big V8 sprint car. Really want to thank Andrew Bogus for coming out. These wing sprint cars are a sight to behold wherever they race. There's nothing stock about these purpose-built race cars. Sort of think of them as ultralight sprint cars with a gigantic picnic table wing on the roof, generating downforce for extra grip. A smaller forward wing gives even more downforce as these drivers like Andrew Bogus is right now just throwing it into the turns as hard as he can. Extra large tires for even more grip mean these winged warriors can rip around Grand Bend Speedway at absolutely incredible speeds. The division is a new and growing exhibition program at the track, working closely with the Tri-State Sprints out of Michigan. The full Tri-State Sprint Series runs in Michigan, and we've been working with them on developing this program, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been an adventure. You know, it always starts with one. Andrew Bogus, again out of Shelby Township, Michigan, has shown a lot of faith in this program. Gord and Tabitha are building a car of our own here at the track. And there's a number of other drivers who've expressed interest. And you sort of see it with what happened with the late model program here at the track. At first, people had trouble picturing it. They said, it doesn't seem like a late model track. And then suddenly we start doing it. And the late model drivers are starting to pick up on that. And likewise, with the sprint cars, Andrew Bogus shows the way around the track here. And part of the reason we run this is, A, it's fun to see how fast we can rip a car around this track here on a Saturday night, but also, especially for the drivers watching from home, it's a sort of a proof of concept to say, this is what's possible. Come on out and give it a try. That Tri-State Sprint rules package is sort of geared towards older sprint cars that are maybe used to race and are being pulled maybe out of the barn or out of the garage because they're not maybe as current as some of the hottest stuff out there. But especially with the tire program, the way they've got it, trying to equalize and get those drivers out there, it is a lot of fun. And again, Andrew Bogus out of Shelby Township, Michigan, just showing how it's done with the sprint car, cranking it up to full speed, shaking the floor. He comes by the grandstand. Just 2 laps left with him here, I think, on my card. Or it might be 7 in the exhibition. We wanted to give him enough time, get some real heat in the tires. and just cook it up. He's just a flying. There's our white flag, final lap for Andrew Bogus. There it is, checkered flag set to come out momentarily. Oh, I thought that was the checkered flag. I got tripped up. I thought I saw the white. Am I imagining? Did I imagine it? Oh, there it is, 2 to go. I must have imagined it. I think I saw Terry reaching for the white. And then I did that thing announcers do. I looked down at my notes. That was a mistake. I should have kept my eye on the sprint car. There's the white flag. 1 lap to go in the exhibition. We'll come on down and have a quick word with Andrew. Checkered flag for the 17 of Andrew Bogus in the exhibition. Making the drive from Shelby Township, Michigan, to show maybe the future at Grand Bend Speedway. Yeah, he'll stop there. We'll come have a word. Wow. The speed and thrills of sprint car competition in exhibition. Makes the long drive from Shelby Township, Michigan. Doesn't get to use the new bridge. That's down in Windsor. But he hops on out. Race fans, put your hands together for Andrew Bogus making the trip, making the trek. Just heard the crew tell him he cranked an 8.25 second lap. Give him the flag there, April. He's going to hop up because that would be absolutely a new track record there. That's the fastest a vehicle has ever gone around this track. Never has a vehicle traveled that fast around Grand Bend Speedway. It's never happened. You saw it here on a Saturday night. And it's kind of sticky down here, actually, the tires. Here he is. All right. Grand Bend Speedway's fastest man is Andrew Bogus from Shelby Township, Michigan. Andrew, tell the folks here and tell the folks at home, what's it like ripping around the fastest anyone has ever driven around this short track?
Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure. Gord Bennett really has a really great place coming out here every time we go here. Track definitely cooled off, so I knew we were going to break track record anyhow, but definitely 10-second brackets. Thought we were going to go in like the lower 10, 10-4s, 10-3s, but yeah, during that run, the car was just, it was hooked up in the front, picked up rear grip, and yeah, but just couldn't make it happen. But yeah, I'm happy with the 10.82. We broke track record and happy to get our sponsors a win. Big thanks to Ted and Mary Stahl from Stahl's Motors and Music Experience, Eddie Jawad and his family from Pit Stop Mobile, Peter J. Lucido and Vince Manzella from Lucido Manzella Attorneys at Law, Tracy Leslie and his family from Leslie Tire, Awesome Raceware, and everybody else that makes this deal possible. Oh, Matt and Ashley Double from USA Earthworks. Hell of a job, guys. You give me a hell of a engine, too. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. Love seeing you guys here. Love this facility, and can't wait to come back here in probably a few weeks.
And then one last question for you here. So especially for sprint car drivers who are watching from home, this has been kind of exhibition action for us here at the track. What's your message for sprint car drivers thinking of making the trip?
It may look small, but it's a drivable track. I'm able to drive it. It can be too groove, but yeah, it's raceable.
Race fans, that's the 17 of Andrew Bogus from Shelby Township, Michigan. Fastest a driver has ever ripped around the track, 10.82 seconds. Just a screaming around there. John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser, it's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Tonight's racing is brought Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile
It is the 4-cylinder compacts up next.
Race fans, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the starting lineup for tonight's 4-cylinder compact bone stock feature race. Starting for the first position, that's going to be the number 00, Justin Culver. The 58 is Gary Trishka. That's a renumbered number 26. Don't get confused on that. The 48H is Braden Hilchey. The number 1 is Len Starrett. The 82 is Jamie Ball. 34M, that's Corey LaPointe. That's your starting lineup for tonight's 4-cylinder compact feature race. Down the front straightaway, we mash the gas, the green flag flies, and we're racing. Let's see if Gary Trishka has anything for him here this time. No, the 00 breaking away. It's gonna be the 48 of Hilchey against the 58 of Gary Trishka, that renumbered number 26 with the sloppy masking tape 58 on the side of it, just to confuse the announcers as they go side by side. As the the renumbered 26 gets stopped up there. The 82, Jamie Paul, he wants to go for it here. The mean green pushing down the front straightaway as the 00 laughing away with it here, but they're fighting tooth and nail. Second, third, fourth, Hilchey in the black 48 with the orange numbers. The green 82 is Jamie Ball. That renumbered 26, that's the 58 of Gary Trishka with the sloppy masking tape numbers. With the ground effects lights, trying to see if he can make the lights get it to go faster on the high side. Hilchey looking strong in second with the rookie stripes on the tail. The yellow tape indicates it's a driver's first year of competition. Holding his own in second place. Jamie Ball, though, looking as confident as we've seen him in 2026. He's taking a peek to the inside, but scrubs off the momentum. But Hilchey slides on up. He's got a nose in there in that little green apple. And gets on by the 48H. That was good for second place. Hilchey trying to see if he can't keep up with that. I call it the little green apple, the 82 of Jamie Ball. I don't think anyone's going to get a bite out of that one because he is pulling away from third place. Oh, don't look. Oh, Hilchey just threw it into the turn as hard as he could. Just trying to see if maybe he could throw a bumper to the 82. He's going to fall into the clutches of the renumbered 26, the Gary Trishka there. That's good for third place. So we see some real shakeups here in the line. Hilchey again overcooks it into one. He's throwing it in as hard as he can.
Cross flags out for the 00 of Justin Culver, as now the number 26 of Gary Trishka gets to the inside of the green apple of the 82 of Jamie Ball. This is over in turn 1, the right-hand side of the track. Trishka on the bottom side in the number 26. Completes that pass. Was good for second place. The real problem here, though, at leader, the 00, he's half a track ahead of him. The cross flags, the halfway marker has flown without a caution. I don't think this 26 of Trishka is going to make up half a track in the amount of time that he has. 00 of Justin Culver gets around the 1 of Len Starrett, as well as the 34M of Corey Lapointe out of Sarnia. I'm going to ask the 00 in victory lane what the secret sauce is, because he just seems to make his way around this track like a hot knife through butter, through the pack, around the field. I guess ultimately he's trying to figure out if he can put the whole field a lap down. I don't know if he'll have enough laps to pull off that trick, as he goes to the high side of the fourth place runner, I should say, of the 48H of Hilchey. Hilchey keeps it locked on the bottom, falls to the challenge of the 00. Your leader is the blue 00, the left-hand side of the track. He's trying to track down the green 82 of Jamie Ball. Again, as the laps wind down in 4-cylinder compact competition. 2 laps to go there at the stripe. And this one's winding down. There's the white flag for the 00 of Justin Culver. And as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4, catching up to the 3rd place car, but he'll take the checker flag. 00, Justin Culver, your winner. And then, believe it or not, out of turn 4, the renumbered 26, there's your 2nd place, Gary Trishka. And 3rd place runner, your green apple, the 82 of Jamie Ball, here on Jared Doxtator Memorial Night. But Justin Culver makes it happen again. Here he comes out of the car race fence. Put your hands together for Justin Culver, putting on a clinic tonight. Where does he go? Oh, he's on the move. He's going for it. It's a famous tradition from some of the drivers. Where did he go? Where is he going? Oh, he's going to climb the fence for you, folks. Keep climbing. You didn't quite hit the bell. Oh. He didn't quite hit the bell, but he'll down. So, Justin, chicken nuggets have sauce. Oh, absolutely. And here's the question. So what's the secret sauce to getting around Grand Bend Speedway as fast as you do? What's your secret that the other drivers need to know?
Well, life is sweet and sour, and I don't know what the secret is. Nice and easy in, hard off, and having a sad chicken nugget on the side of your car really helps.
Who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat this year?
Before I do that, I want to say thanks to Jared Doxtator. He commentated for us as we were growing up, was a major friend of the family, friend of myself, best friend with my brother. Loved watching him up on his tower, although he scared us all the time sitting on top of the roof. But love Jared, miss him. have to, yeah, miss him a lot.
Me too, man.
Yeah, but then as for everything else, I'm super lucky to drive this car. I have amazing people who put the speed in it. I try my best to learn from them, and gotta thank Sad Nuggy, G&L Automotive, Culver Towing, Melrose Garage, Wilds Printing, Stickers and Scuffs podcast, BT Racing, of course, Chris Lawrence. I would never have been doing this without him. Thanks to all the fans for coming out, and love racing here. So,
Race fans, put your hands together for the Sad Nuggy, Justin Culver. Yeah, you got to go take the photo.
Tonight's racing is brought. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. Families love dropping by the rescue ranch when visiting Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center. The Petting Zoo and Rescue Ranch is pleased to be part of Loop, which takes unsold food from grocers and diverts it away from landfill to those who need it in our communities. Loop, first and foremost, helps get this food to local charities to feed people. Whatever food is unsuitable to be donated or distributed does not go to waste. It's happily devoured by the animals of grateful local farmers. And
Late model competition, the super late models. Oh. Correction, kid stock exhibition. Kid stock, different change of pace. The kid stock exhibition, which I guess makes sense because the drivers are already in. They're already in their cars, the ones that are going to give Killian Collins the chase. And so it is the kid stock exhibition time. And we're going to give the kid 3 targets to race with tonight, to contend with. So for clarity, for those keeping track, the kid is 8-year-old Killian Collins. He's in the 75 up at the front of this pack. We're going to double him up here. You saw Killian Collins racing earlier, by the way, in the youth microsprint program. But they're trying to get him keyed up so that he's getting some experience behind the wheel. And it's a heck of a story. Kids in cars. You'll see when he hops out of this thing. It's quite the thing that he's able to make it around the track, I tell you. It's going to be a 12-lap exhibition. Green flag flies there. And again, the other 4-cylinder compact drivers, they're down to have some fun here. It's a heck of a thing for them to put their cars out there just after running another feature race to give Killian someone to contend with. But the 75 is the kid. Everybody else is helping out here in the exhibition. As the 48H of Hilchey gets to the inside of the 75 of Killian Collins. One of the trickier things, actually, whether you're a kid like Killian or whether you're a grown-up getting into one of these cars, is the amount of things that you have to pay attention to and not necessarily get distracted by. And so one of the things they're trying to train him to do is certainly to control the car around the track, but not just that, but also awareness. We call it 360-degree awareness. Where are the other vehicles? And so if someone gets a nose on the inside of him, that he doesn't just chop down. It's like right here. So you see how he pulls alongside? We don't want him to chop down on that 26. We want him to make sure that he gives the lane. Right now, see how he shoots way up high there? Part of that is the thing, you go where you're looking. And so as he gave that inside lane, whoa, up to the high side, as he gave that lane over to the 26, he sort of overcorrects for it after, but that's something that comes with experience. He's way up high here, right, as he shoots off the corner, because they're giving him a target here to go around the high side of that renumbered 26 of Gary Trishka, right? And so this is the fun of the Kid Stock exhibition program. He's a real gun. You're going to see in a moment here when he hops out of the car, you're going to say, he was driving that? And I think it'll make the situation all the more impressive. There's the cross flags. Just 6 laps left in the exhibition. Interesting to see whether these other 4-cylinder compacts will fight it out for the other position here. Or you know, it would be a real kick and move. Would be if one of the other 4-cylinder compacts just last lap just tries to go for the win, try to claim a checkered flag in Kid Stock. I don't think they will. They're all really good sports about it. But I do think there would be something funny if Gary Trishka just suddenly went for the gold and won the Kid Stock race. I would write that up in the article for sure. I'd put that in the front cover. If you want to win the Kid Stock race, go for it. Up next is the late models. They're set and keyed up to go to round out our evening. 3 laps to go in Kid Stock exhibition. There's the signal for 2 laps to go from starter Terry. And they'll fight it out here a little bit for second place here to see who gets to be the runner-up in the Kid Stock program. Or if someone just wants to snatch that checkered flag from the kid, I don't know. Is that what you want to be known for? Taking a checkered flag from the Kid Stock kid? They're all good sports. They might give him a little run for his money here, though. Ah, Gary's going to take a look. Killian throws it in as hard as he can off the 4th turn. And there's your checkered flag. Kid Stock exhibition. We'll swing on down and we'll catch a quick word with Killian in the exhibition program as we get keyed over now for the late models. And a special thanks to our other 4-cylinder compact drivers for helping out with the Kid Stock program and pushing it forward. Okay, let's go swing on down. And prepare to be amazed at who pops out of this car. I think you will be surprised. Because it's one thing to say Kid Stock, it's another thing to see what the Kid Stock program looks like when the driver hops out. Another big part of the Kid Stock program is learning how all the safety equipment works, making sure that the driver is familiar with it, able to pop it off. It's similar equipment certainly to what Killian uses in the youth microsprint program. Dad was trying to reach in there to help out, and there was a little voice came from the car that said, I got it. What did he say? I got it? Or, no, I don't need help. That's what it was. I don't need help. I don't need help. Okay. Here he comes. Is he coming? Is he still? Oh, he wants a hat. You gotta put a hat on first. Okay. I guess he's got it figured out. Okay, no time for doing our hair. Let's hop out of the car, Killian. Here he is out of the car. Race fans, put your hands together for Killian Collins, your kid stock exhibition program. Okay. I told you. What did I say? Okay, Killian, I'm over here. Killian, many people find it surprising that a kid can drive a car like this. What's it like ripping around the track in a 4-cylinder? Good. That's great. Who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat this year?
Tim Hortons, Stickles and Stuffs, Sonia saw Irish Dance, Meta Dex, John.
Any family? Any family helping you out?
My dad and me. My dad and me by ourselves. Us actually walked on the car by ourselves. Just my dad and me. Nobody else didn't help us.
Race fans, put together the 75 of Killian Collins. Is that true, Dad? Just Dad and me, is that true? Oh, he says pretty much, he backs it up. Well, there he is. That's the kid stock program. You never seen anything like it, folks. Well, we shift gears.
Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca.
If you remember, it was the 92 of Horton and the 31 of Schwemmler had found each other, and Schwemmler was really trying to stick it to the 91 of Horton. Didn't have enough laps to get it done. He'll have 20 laps here to try and take a shot at it. As we get keyed in. For the late model feature race. The final event of the night, folks. Feel the rumble as they come on past on the front straightaway. Race fans, this is your final race of the night. The super late models in competition. 20 laps the distance. The 92 is Dwayne Horton. The 31, Jonathan Schwemmler from Listwall. The 99 is Andrew Bogus from Shelby Township, Michigan. He was our sprint car exhibition driver, finished third in the qualifier earlier. Restarts where they finished that one. As the white flag flies, one lap before we go at it. The 14 is Taylor Weber out of Bloomington. And rounding out the field is the 21 of Rodney Kerr from Bothwell. And let's head on down the front straightaway to set them loose. It's time for super late model action down the front straightaway racing. And we pick up right where we left off with the 92 of Horton and the 31 of Jonathan Schwebler going side by side into turn 3. The 99 of Andrew Bogus from Shelby Township, Michigan, also looking a little bit more confident than we saw him in the qualifier earlier. Still side by side, wheel to wheel, down the back straightaway. The 92 of Horton still with the 31 Schwebler. The 99 of Andrew Bogus from Shelby Township, Michigan, keeping a ring with that front group. They get themselves single file for the moment, but the 99 looking now to the inside, the visiting driver. Across the border goes the 99 of Andrew Bogus, sticking it down the front straightaway. That's good for second place. Out of turn 2, the 92, Dwayne Horton, your leader, the 99, Andrew Bogus, shocking everyone with a surprise move up to second place. Has never started in a late model at this track, but he's no stranger to speed, as we saw him rip it around in the V8 Sprint Car exhibition earlier tonight. Horton, your leader in the blue 92. There goes the 31 of Schwebler looking on the 99. Caution on the track. Troubled in turn 4. The 14 of Taylor Weber has stopped on the inside of turn 4, bringing out our first caution. And we can catch our breath here for a moment and reset and take stock of what we are seeing. So the 92 of Horton, he won the qualifier, the preliminary event earlier this evening, but the 31 of Jonathan Schwebler was really trying to stick it to him to get the win for himself, even back in the preliminaries. But the big shocker here is that white number 99 car of Andrew Bogus out of Shelby Township, Michigan. That's not his car. That's usually driven by Jeremy Bennett. Bennett surrendering the seat tonight over to Andrew Bogus, who made the trip for the sprint car exhibition. And the big shocker here is he came to play very quickly, able to, within a few laps, make the move for second place. He'll restart on the high side of the 92 of Horton. And again, that's not Bogus's car, that 99, but he's no stranger to speed. He set the track record earlier tonight in that V8 sprint car. And I think he came to town to play tonight. Field is doubled up here, but the 14 did not make it over the loop, so the caution is out here again. I think they were coming to the white, but something happened there to the 14. They weren't able to make it up the lip. Two bits of the field will rumble on by carefully. Gord will skillfully loop the ATV back around. And he'll have to give the 14 a hard. Oh, something's going on there. The car was not able to receive the push. So Gord will work with the driver there, make sure the gear is set right. And it'll be a long push around here. As the field will rumble on by up on the high side there. These are the super late models at Grand Bend Speedway. For those watching at home, Grand Bend Speedway, a quarter-mile track located in southwestern Ontario, Canada, just outside the beach town of Grand Bend, just up the way from Park Hill, Ontario. We have fun here each and every Saturday night throughout the summer. We also have the go-karts that run during the week, open to the public, noon to 5 every day. Thousands of people encounter short track racing for the first time through the go-kart program that runs here during the week. And this is the Jared Doxtator Memorial event. Tonight's racing is sponsored by Camp Canada RV and Corporate Motorsports. They have a satellite a new home setup here at Grand Bend Speedway. You can go check them out in the pits after the races. So we see in the white flag this time by We are 4 laps deep. We've got 16 laps to go. As they take that white flag and we get set to send the drivers on their way. Again, 16 laps the distance remaining. We are 4 laps deep. Down the front straightaway to Terry's waiting green flag. They mash the gas and we're racing. Andrew Bogus with a good start there, and he snatches the lead out of turn 2. From the 92 of Dwayne Horton, you got a new leader out front, and isn't this such a surprise? The 99 of Andrew Bogus from Shelby Township, Michigan, came up for exhibition in the V8 Sprints, and he might just snatch himself a checkered flag from the hometown crew here. As the 92 of Dwayne Horton falls to second. We'll see if he can rally back together here. Everybody pedal to the metal. They all just ran their fastest lap of the race as they're getting the heat in the tires here. Horton closing up now on the 99 of Andrew Bogus, who maybe didn't necessarily expect himself to be up front tonight, but any racer, when they get behind the wheel of a car, they do come to win. And Andrew Bogus is screaming around in a hot rod tonight. He leads the way, being chased by the 92 of Dwayne Horton. The 31 of Jonathan Schwemmler would also like to get to victory lane as the cross flags are out. 10 laps in, 10 to go here for the super late models. Andrew Bogus in the 99, normally driven by Jeremy Bennett. Second place battle here, though. The 31 of Jonathan Schwemmler was taking a peek just up to the high side of the 92. They're coming up to the lap traffic here of the 21. That's Rodney Kerr. He slots it down to the inside, lets the leaders make their way around. The 99 of Bogus hit the traffic at just the right moment. Allows himself to open up a little bit of a cushion here. But now Horton's got some open racetrack here. He'll do everything he can do to try to close that gap. Front 2 drivers just ran their fastest 2 laps, first fastest lap of the race. There go, they are fighting it out here now as the 99 of Andrew Bogus is going to be facing a challenge. The 92 is there. That's Dwayne Horton. Horton out of Godrich. 31 of Schwemmler also there in the black car out of Listwall. It'll be 3 laps to go this time by for the 99 of Andrew Bogus. Set the track record earlier tonight in the V8 Sprints. And now in the borrowed car, he holds the lead. He's going to be seeing the 2 laps to go signal from Terry in the stand that time by. Can he hold off a charging 92 of Dwayne Horton? Here at the Jared Doxtator Memorial, Horton tries to throw it in as deep as he can. White flag is out. Horton was down in the grass. Sparks fly. He falls back into the clutches now. The 31 of Jonathan Schwemmler. Out through turn 3, out of turn 4. Checkered flag for the 99, Andrew Bogus from Shelby Township, Michigan. 92 of Dwayne Horton gave it his all. 31, Jonathan Schwemmler for third. The 21 of Rodney Kerr for fourth. A surprise victory tonight. The final race of the evening goes to the visitor who was here for exhibition competition in the V8 Sprints, but finds himself taking a very real checkered flag. against the local talent here in the borrowed car. Here comes the crew. I could hear them cheering out of the entranceway. Andrew Bogus. Here he comes out of the car. Second time we've seen him tonight. But here in competition race fans, put your hands together for the 99 of Andrew Bogus. Takes out the local talent tonight. Oh, the car is rolling away. It's getting away. Well, he's fast tonight. Let's see what he's got to say about late model race, super late model racing. Andrew, I know you've raced sprints before. Have you ever raced late model? Was that in your racing biography?
No, we did a test session actually at Owasso just a few days back doing the driving experience, but that's the only other experience I have with a template body late model. Man, I'll tell you what, hats off to Gord for giving me a fast hot rod, Jeremy for all his help. We were tuning on the car all night. Sway bar kind of came out of place, but hell of a job. Here on services, Brian, this one's for you, man. Ted and Mary Stahl of Stahl's Motors and Music Experience, Eddie Jawad from Pit Stop Mobile, awesome racewear, and man, that felt so good. Oh, that was the most pressure I've ever had in my life. I know that 92, he's a hell of a driver, dude. I'll tell you, every time I go into the corner, he would have something for me. I was doing my best to try to run my line, but man, if I would have made one mistake, he was the car to beat tonight. Him and the 31, those are great racers.
He was going for it. Did you see in the rearview mirror when the sparks flew when he got down on the grass there in the last lap?
Yeah, you know, hey, you got to do what you got to do to win. Ayrton Senna once said, you should know that by being a racing driver, you are under the risk all the time. And if you no longer go for a gap, you are no longer a racing driver. So, yeah, hell of a time for all those guys. And, man, it was such a great race. Big thanks to Gord Bennett and all the guys. I want to dedicate this win to the flagman at Flameborough, keeping him and his family in his prayers. And our crew member, Don, who came out tonight, his wife, we're going to dedicate this to her, too. If you guys don't know, she passed away with a brain tumor, so I know she was with us tonight, and she was definitely looking down on this. Don, this one's for you and your family.
That's Andrew Bogus here in the 99 race fans. Put your hands together one more time. It's also Jared Doxtator Memorial Night, so lots of tributes here at the racetrack this evening. Well, it's a busy night at Grand Bend Speedway. It's a busy night at Grand Bend Speedway tonight. Andrew Bogus takes his first ever late model win after showing up to do some exhibition competition. Takes the real win in the late model, super late model event. Great racing all the way around. And race fans, thanks so much for coming on out tonight. My name's John Houghton. JP Tomaszewski was up in the broadcast booth as well this evening. From all of us here at Grand Bend Speedway, thanks so much for coming out. We'll see you at the next exciting event at Grand Bend Speedway.